Why is brand consistency so important? You want people to remember your brand. You meet someone out in a networking event, you hand them a business card. You want them to start remembering your brand. Say they follow you on social media, they look at your website. When everything's consistent, that brand keeps going into your brain. But oftentimes I see, and I'm seeing it less and less, thankfully, but oftentimes I might see someone hands me a business card. I go to their website and the website looks completely different than the business card. And then sometimes I might go to their social media and then the graphics on the social media might be different. So consistency is key when you build a brand out. So I want to share with you a brand standard and guidelines that we give to clients. So say a client creates a logo with us, and that's kind of the start of, the very beginning of a brand. And I just want to share that document with you. And so you can see kind of what goes into branding. And for me, a lot goes into branding. It's not just the logo and what you're going to see here, but it's the messaging. It's how you answer a phone call. It's how your signature is. Is the signature consistent across all your different people in your company? All those things are key in brand standards for me, but this is the very beginning. So you see, these are brand standards for my company, Batcat Media Group. We rebranded in 2021, and this is what I received once we finalized the logo and everything. So you can see the logo usage. So you'll see different. I have a horizontal logo. I also have one that's a little more square. We typically use the one that's a little bit more square than the horizontal one at this point, but couple of different options. I do have a few more now that I've incorporated. So for example, I have one that instead of having kind of that purple font for media group, I have one that's got black font, one that has white font. So there's different ones that I've used as well. But the big thing in the standards is this piece. So you see, these are the colors. So the primary colors of my logo for Bad Cat Media Group are this black color, the blue, and the purple. And you will see the RGB code as well as the hex code. So hex code is what you typically use when you build out websites. So you can match exactly what that logo is and use those hex colors. And then also the fonts. You also see my logo fonts are Americana Extra Bold and Montserrat Extra Bold. So two different fonts. So when you go to doing your next steps, so creating a website, creating a brochure, creating any other graphics, a business card, these are the things you want to keep in mind. So say you don't use the same graphic designer, the same company, you want to make sure they know what these items are. Now, most graphic designers can pull the color, but sometimes there's a ton of fonts out there. There's like hundreds of thousands of fonts. Now Google's got fonts, all these different things have fonts. So knowing your fonts are key. So that way, if your person asks you, you have the font. And then when we design these logos, we give you all these files. So the EPS file is typically the file that's more vector based. So you can really do anything with the EPS file. So say you want to print t-shirts. Most of the time, a t-shirt company is going to ask you for a design file. So EPS would be the file you'd want to give them, a design file, a vector file. EPS is also something that you could hand to another graphic designer and have it edited. So a JPEG, a PDF, and then a PNG. A PNG typically has a transparent background. It's also a higher resolution file. So this is your start, but then you take these standards and you build out from there. Just make sure you're building consistently so everything is cohesive, and that allows your company to be remembered more quickly, and people will do business with whom they know, like, and trust. And when you know, hey, they represent Bad Cat Media Group, they're going to come back to us. So if you have any questions about branding, brand standards, anything like that, I do offer a complimentary consultation. You can go to our website, batcatmedia.com, go on our contact page. There's a form there to fill out, or give me a call at 561-276-4422. Thank you, and we want to help bring your brand to life.